What's going on, y'all? So listen. So we are back for another episode review of If Loving You Is Wrong. This is season 3, episode 12, The Papers. I should have a song. Sign them papers, papers. And it was about divorce. Anyway, you know, it's the simple little things. Um, we pick up where we left off last week. Kelly is in jail. Kelly is in jail, okay? And well, at this point, she wasn't in jail. She was just in an interrogation room. Now, the detective or whatever that's coming in there trying to talk to her, trying to get her to say what happened and all this shit because Travis is dead now. The nigga got murdered. Okay, if you want to call it murdered. All right, I think he got what was coming to him because he was playing with fire. He thought he was gonna get away from it, and that shit burnt the fuck out of his ass permanently. All right, so therefore, Lucius is standing in the interrogation room. Kelly is like, bitch, I ain't saying nothing without my lawyer. And it was like, okay, well, go get your lawyer. Go call Ian. He's supposed to be down here. No, Ian is not your lawyer. He done removed himself. Oh, Lucius didn't tell you that? Oh, why the fuck is he here? Why are you here, Lucius? Because she asked me to be here. No, she's not supposed to do that. Bitch, I want my lawyer. I want my lawyer. Lucius steps out and he kept on talking. He said, you know what? When you keep on asking about a lawyer, that makes it seem like you're guilty and you did something. So do you either want to say what you got to say about what happened, or you want to go spend a night in jail or whatever? She was like, will I go free? I was like, it's up to you. I said, Kelly, if you don't shut up, bitch, I know you didn't look at an episode of Law and Order or two. Okay, you be quiet. You don't say nothing without your lawyer. She started to talk and I said, Kelly. And then it got to the point where she didn't say much. She said a little bit, but then she wisened the fuck up and said, bitch, I'm gonna call my lawyer, okay? So Lucius was talking to the detective outside and was like, let me tell you something. I already know that you want some biased shit. You may not go to the church, but your wife go to the Travis Daddy church, okay? We know they connected and all this shit. And so he was like, he just trying to wait for her lawyer to come. At this point in time, um Esperanza goes over there to see where Kelly is and what's going on. She goes over to Lucius first so that she can get the lowdown because he was with her. This is where Lucius, tell her that, hey, she's in jail. We gotta find a new lawyer. Ian dropped the case and all this shit, and it's not because he wanted to, because of his fucking partner, because Lucius was on the phone with Ian like, why would you do this? You know this lady is innocent and all this shit. He said, look, bruh, it's not my doing. It's my partner slash boss who want to do this shit, Larry. And I know it's fucked up, but just tell her I recommended another lawyer for her. He's just as good. I went out my way to, get him. And I apologize. And everything that's going on, the whole case and all the stuff that we worked on before, just tell her it's free, it's pro bono, it's everything. And so when Esperanza had came up into the Stevens get up and his interest all peaked up. I said, damn, Dick, put your dick down. Okay, he couldn't even hide the fact that, he was waiting for her and something happened, because as soon as she left out, Lucius was like, so how long y'all been fucking around? He said, bitch, what? She said, let me tell you something. First of all, you showed up to the crime scene late. And then when you show up, you on your motorcycle. And the whole time while you was there, you was giving her sex eyes. So don't come to me with that bullshit trying to lie and say y'all ain't doing nothing. And then, Kelly, not Kelly, but Esperanza had went over there to talk to Kelly. She had took a phone call. Then she came back, and then when Lucius had left, she was talking to Steven. Steven's over there asking her. She said Kelly just got arrested. He asked her out on a date to dinner, and she was like, "Are you serious?" He said, dinner out in a place, candlelight stuff like that. And I was like, wow, you have another Eddie on your hands to a lower degree, because that was insensitive as fuck, and he didn't realize how insensitive that was. I get it, you trying to get your dick off, you trying to get your rocks in and everything, but if you trying to get into her pants and you trying to really have something with her and not make it seem as if it's just sex or whatever, the first thing that you should have did was to been like, oh my God, yeah, I heard what was going on, and that's so fucked up. We're gonna do everything that we can to help you out. Make it at least seem like you on her side and you care enough about her feelings. Okay, that's a human thing to do. Let me shut the fuck up because I probably would have did the same thing because I really wouldn't give a shit. Anyway, but you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. And she just walked the fuck out on him because, he was trash for that. He really was. He really was. And he didn't understand what was going on. I said, some of y'all men can be so stupid. Y'all can be so stupid. Y'all can't pick up on body clues. Y'all can't pick up on the clues that's right there in front of your face. Bitches can say it. Let me stop saying that word. Women can say it, and they can say it and put it out there, and you'll still be sitting there like, huh? But I ain't bashing y'all, but some of y'all, and I ain't say all, I said some of y'all be in the dark like that on purpose. Y'all do that shit to annoy people. But anyway, Esperanza had went to go talk to Kelly and see what was going on, and telling her about the lawyer, telling her, they got you arrested up in here. What's going on? She wanted to be out of there before justice get out, so she can pick him up from school. And she was like, "What am I gonna tell him? Oh my God! Like, I didn't mean to do this. Like, I'm so sorry." Esperanza was for once being a good friend, saying, "Bitch, shut the fuck up." First of all, she was like, "I didn't mean to kill that bitch. I had to do it." She was like, "First of all, shut the hell up, okay? Calm down. Shh, shh, shh. Don't say all that shit in here because you are in a jail cell, bitch, and you got other people next door to you, and ain't no telling which jailhouse rat is gonna rat, alright? So calm the fuck down and just know that we got your back and we know that you won. It ain't your fault, okay? It's his fault, and that bitch don't deserve no tears or whatever." I said, "Okay, Esperanza, I still don't like you, but you came through in that moment." So Eddie talking to Lucius, he comes in, and before that, when what really made Esperanza leave is because Eddie had popped up, and Eddie was all up in Steven's face. They going back and forth with this tit for tat. Steven said, you think about how come everybody here looking at you kind of funny because they heard about you being a toast in the middle of a toaster." I said, "What type of analogy is that?" Now you know what? I really, after the way that Eddie going, okay, I understand, getting bounded up against your will and drugged and shit, but I really want to know, did he wake up with a little pain in his butt? And I ain't even trying to be crude or nothing, but he going hard. I don't know, because most of it is because of his ego and the pride that he has as a man and this macho dude that nobody can fuck with and all that shit. So that's already making Larry and Randall on his hit list. But something else must have happened, like some penetration or something happened, because he really going after Larry. Because when he was talking to Lucius, after he started, slinging his dick against, Stevens, and, Stevens was like, "Bitch, I don't give a fuck what you do. You can come at me because I'm fucking with your ex, but she want me, and it is what it is. You can try to scare all these other people, but you don't scare me." That's what I like, Stevens. Stevens, in that instance, he be standing up to Eddie, and I was like, "Look at this white on white crime finna happen." But you know, Stevens just like, "Give me your best shot, okay, Eddie?" And he told his ass to get the fuck up out there and go to the old police station right across the street. So then when Eddie came up in there talking to Lucius, he was being all, "This is a demure Eddie, a civilized Eddie. You know what, Lou? Um, I know I did some shit to you in the past and all that, and I was going through my shit, right? And you was the only one that answered the phone when I called. The only one." "And I just want to say thank you." Lucius said, "And that should tell you something. He was like, "Yeah, I lost a lot of people in my life because I messed them over and all this shit." But see, Eddie is only doing this and talking like this because he wants to butter Lucius up to get on his side. Because he wants to have some help or whatever trying to get at Larry. He don't want to come at Randall. This is all about Larry. So I want to know exactly what the fuck did Larry do to him while he was chained the fuck up. Because it looked like some more shit happened. I mean, he ain't had to put his penis in him. You probably played with his booty hole with a finger or some shit, or put something else back there, a butt plug or whatever. But he acting like that man really violated him. I know it's a violation already to drug a person and do chain him up and all this stuff against their will, but he acting like I would want some justice too, some revenge too, but it's Eddie, so it's a little bit more, because if that's the case, why not go after Randall too? Okay, but he just want Larry. Lucius said, bitch, let me just tell you this. I'm not finna help you with shit. I don't give a fuck what you say because I don't like you and I don't trust the word coming out of your mouth, okay? So you can hide behind all these badges. You can do whatever the fuck it is that you want to do. You're not finna get me pulled in to do any crime with you, okay? And he was like, that's okay, cool, but still, like I said, thank you. And I said, oh, don't trust that man. Lucius, you right. Stay on the train that you doing, okay? But later on, we see Ian meeting up with, Marcy meeting up with Ian and signing over the papers to the house that they was looking at. And, he was just telling her, you don't need to go to an attorney. I'm an attorney. I know the attorney that you was going to go to. I already signed it. I already looked over it. I already got it notarized. It's all good, So now the house will be done by the time the summer comes. So when my kids come down, we can have something nice to be in. She was like, oh, you probably a good father. He said, I don't say nothing. I won't say all of that. I said, you know what? I can respect that. It's fucked up that you would think that about yourself, but see, you ain't lying on yourself. So, all right, put your truth out there because you can do better, right? Is that what you was going to say? Oh, okay. So they do all that, and she was trying to avoid Larry coming in there, but he do pop up, and, she was pissed off at him that she had to fire him, and, and he on the high note, he on the high horse or whatever. You really can't trust most of the times niggas with texturized health, with activator and everything up in that bitch. I never forget looking at Love and Hip Hop Miami this past Monday. When Prince left the house, he had all that activator and shit up in his house, in his hair. And then when he came back home the next morning, after being out all fucking night, bitch, the shit was dry as fuck. It reminded me of you ain't ever seen the movie Hollywood Shuffle. That shit with Jerry Curl and Robert Townsend had his activator. And he was like, no, because at first they was in that dance studio and he was flicking all that juice. He just, and when he took it, he was like, please. And every time you turn back to him, when he was pouring out a little more, his hair was drying up. That shit was hilarious as fuck. Y'all need to get into the old school movies, okay? That was some shit. But anyway, so what was I talking about? Yeah, Kelly is that. We ain't seen Natalie this season. This episode. Um, Brad and let me just get into this. Brad is stupid. Brad is really stupid. Brad, you sitting out here, sitting on the porch like an old ass lady. I said all you need is a blanket on you and your crochet needles. Okay, that's what you need. Knitting some stuff for the kids. That's what you look like. All right, you in your feelings. You go in there, you cuss out. First of all, you're looking over there at Randall's place. Randall looking like, what the fuck you doing at looking at my place for? You go inside and you curse out Alex. Granted, I don't feel sorry for Alex. I don't feel sorry for anybody in this position because they're playing games with each other. At this point, y'all gonna make it dangerous, and if one of y'all end up dead or hurt, y'all gonna all be to blame because y'all keep playing these fuck ass games like little kids, okay? Brad, you ain't had to play along with Marcy and Randall when Randall said that you was pregnant or that you was the daddy, knowing damn well you shooting blanks like this. Okay, you ain't have to do that. Marcy, you keep on playing with this man too, knowing he crazy. And I understand you want revenge, but bitch, when is your life and your fetus gonna be priority? Cause that nigga crazy as shit. And then Alex, you set all this shit in motion when you fucked that nigga in the shed. Anyway, he just don't believe you. He don't believe her about not going over there because Randall said she went over there when he left the night before. And he was like, how would he know that I left and all this shit? I said, you dumbass. He's looking out the mirror. He's looking out the window. Even if he ain't got no cameras over there, he's looking out the window looking at your ass, okay? So of course he gonna know. That's how he knew you was standing out there looking up at his house. So why would you come in and ask that dumb question? Why would you believe anything that's coming out of Randall's mouth after all the shit that he didn't put you and Alex through? It's stupid. I said, Brad, you are dumb as fuck. And then gonna tell her, I just don't believe you. I don't trust you because, you cheated on me. All right, and You the one that chose to come back and then gonna say something, I don't think I could do this anymore. Even when Marcy came over, Marcy said, you know, you can't believe the shit that come out of Randall's mouth. And then even when he told her that Alex was the one that went over there, Alex, you know, at first Marcy was trying to say no, she wasn't the one that told, but Brad wouldn't let her speak, but no, not really. He was talking over her, but if she really wanted to truly interject, she could have said what it was, but she started to play along with it. And she was like, oh, so she went over there. And see, Brad was stupid. Let me tell you what Brad was stupid and where he didn't pick up on this at. Because he said that, you know, Alex went over there. That's what Randall said. That's how he knew that she was gone and all that shit. But then Marcy said that the lawyer was over there with Randall last night. But Randall just said Alex came over there to her place. Somebody lying. It don't add up. So, Brad, you didn't catch that? You know, unless they came over at different time, you know, or what. You was over there playing around, and Marcy already knew what was going on, and she ain't gonna tell the truth because she don't like Alex. And it's like, I get it, but damn. She just happy at the fact that Brad said, I'm thinking about leaving, and if I do, I want to come back to the place where we was sharing together. She was like, okay. I said, girl. Anyway, the end of the episode. So Larry went over there to Randall's place. And he was like, bitch, I'm going to get him to sign this shit, okay? I'm going to get him, because that's what he told Marcy. You know, forgive me, I'm going to get him to sign the divorce papers. He get over there, he was trying to get him to sign the divorce papers. And first he presented the lawsuit from Brad, or against Brad. And then he presented the divorce paper. Randall was adamant that he's not going to sign. He said, bitch, when you going to let this shit go? Okay, I want to get back in your good graces and stuff, you know, so when you going to let this shit go? He was like, I'm not going to let it go. I want her to suffer. I want her to be stressed the fuck out. That's what I want her to do, okay? And he was like, all right, so you just not going to sign this shit. He said, hell no. He was like, okay, and he put the other envelope, he put one of the folders back in the bag. Now, what I thought was he switched them papers around to make it seem like this folder said divorce and this folder said lawsuit, but in the lawsuit it probably was the divorce papers, and in the divorce paper it was the lawsuit. But Brandon was like, okay, let me look at the paper. He was like, you see it say lawsuit, so sign here, here, and here, and not divorce. So he did that, and then when he shook his hand and he tried to pull him close, and Larry was about to kiss him. It was like, you know, you like this ass or like my ass and all this shit. I said, what? He said, boy, the way Randall was like, boy. I said, y'all was playing with each other in college. I already know that. Kind of put that out there. But Larry still wants some more. Larry wants some more. He tried to kiss him, but they was trying to disguise it like a little joke. He joked. And he leaves out. He get in his car. He gets on the phone with Ian. He was like, yeah, I got some papers that I need to about to email you that's from Randall Holmes or whatever. So I'll give them to you when I get in a minute. All right, fine. Next thing you know, Eddie pops up in the backseat of that car with a gun to his head and said, you know, we gonna have a time, okay? I said, oh, Eddie, what you about to do? Please don't kill him. But then again, if you do, we wouldn't care. But it is what it is. Larry can go because he's a crooked bitch too. You gotta be crooked and miserable to be friends with fucking Randall and be cool with it and he in love with Randy if you ask me. But y'all tell me how y'all felt about this episode, and I will see you guys later. Peace.